You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for March 24th to April 4th. Ashley is in danger, Nikki's annoyed, and there is a sexy stranger in town. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive in, starting with the action on Monday, March 24th. Billy is apologizing to Sally for abruptly running off to help Phyllis, but Sally's cool with that because, Billy literally helped save her life. So, of course, she's not going to hold that against him. But then Billy is also busy assuring Sally, don't worry about Phyllis. We're not going to get back together. We are too much alike. He says that's why they didn't work out. That sounds sketch to me. I think it's a huge red flag. Billy also steps away for a moment, and that gives Sally the chance to notice that his phone is blowing up with text messages from Aristotle Duma, the mystery man. Michael updates Victor that the Glissade spies are not going to report back for a while because Jabot is still integrating the company into the larger company, so they just don't have access to anything yet. Michael also updates Victor that Duma does not seem to be interested in Damien, who's running his companies, or in anything to do with the Winters. And then Victor confesses to Michael that he and Duma are past rivals. They have fought over companies. Sometimes one would win, sometimes the other. And Victor thinks that Duma is up to something. I agree. I think he's up to something with Billy. Nick and Summer find Phyllis in a bad state. She's having nightmares about her kidnapping, and that has her in a whole mood. She doesn't want Nick and Summer coddling her. She just wants them to leave her alone. Phyllis completely snaps and then falls apart with Nick comforting her, and Phyllis just wants him to make all these feelings stop, but Nick's not the guy she needs to help. Sharon and Daniel have a serious talk about the ordeal she and Phyllis went through. They are both looking for healing and peace, and Daniel is being very nice to Sharon. These two are on the cusp of forgiveness. Daniel obviously needs to forgive her for framing him. She did not, of course, kill Heather, and Sharon needs to let go of any residual blame she might be harboring about what happened to Cassie, because Daniel didn't hurt Cassie. Cassie made a bad decision, and there was an accident, and Daniel was in the periphery, but he was not the one who enticed Cassie into making that bad decision that cost her life. So Daniel and Sharon are heading towards a good place. And speaking of that, Phyllis is talking to Nick about her feelings about Sharon being complicated. They saved each other's lives, so things are shifting. And Nick thinks this is what needs to be done. He gets Sharon and Phyllis together at Crimson Lights and sits them down to talk, and the ladies agree maybe this is good for them. Tuesday, March 25th on Young and the Restless, Sharon and Phyllis are in a strange place, not literally, but it seems to be that they are trying to find a way to move forward with forgiveness and put an end to this long-running rivalry. What may also help is that Nick has told Sharon no thank you on a reunion, and he also is not interested in Phyllis, so he seems to be out of the romantic dynamic with either one of them. Devon finds out some upsetting news on Tuesday, and Lily gets some crucial info from Victor. On Wednesday, March 26th, we have got Nikki and Jack disagreeing about something. It's got to be either Victor or Claire and Kyle. But if it is about Victor, Nikki, all she does anymore is cave. No matter how badly Victor behaves, she just seems to rubber stamp what he's doing. And right now he wants Claire away from Kyle, and that may be part of the disagreement with her and Jack. Traci and Sharon spend some time talking at Crimson Lights about the kidnapping ordeal and about the text that Alan got about the clinic thing. And there's a lot going on that Sharon has to say that kind of prods Traci into thinking, maybe things aren't what I think they are. Plus, Claire and Kyle are breaking some rules midweek. Thursday, March 27th on YNR, Billy updates Phyllis about his plan, and I wonder if he's going to tell her he's working with Duma to take down Victor. I believe that mystery person Billy was talking to when he was over in Paris, when he snuck out of the room behind Sally's back to make the call, was to Aristotle Duma. Diane is trying to keep up appearances on Thursday, and Traci goes to Jack to tell her some of her anxiety about Alan. She doesn't think that Alan is who he says he is. Now, I don't know if she has an inkling he might be his evil twin, or that she means that he's just not being honest with her. She's worried about those texts and the security alarms. We're going to wind up week 1 on Friday, March 28th, where Victor is shocking the other Newmans, which is par for the course. That he seems to do that all the time. And Sally has some doubts about Billy. Now, this could be about whether he and Phyllis are going to cross lines into the personal area instead of keeping it professional, or it could be about her sniffing out that he is still chasing revenge on Victor. And Jack is increasingly worried about Traci being at risk and that she may not be safe. March 31st through April 4th, we are going to see Victor making moves. It seems doubtful that the mustache is going to wait on the Glissade spies to report back. And I also wonder if Michael is low-key kind of misleading Victor and dragging his feet because he doesn't want to encourage this vendetta against Jack and the other Abbotts, but Victor may get impatient and pull something in the meantime. Nikki is again caught in the middle as usual. If Victor comes after Jack, Nikki may be a little upset, but I don't know if she'd be upset to actually push back. And even if she does, Victor isn't going to listen to her. He doesn't listen to anybody. Plus, Jack Abbott is in an absolute panic. Traci comes with her fears about fake Alan, and he may worry that Traci may be in danger. Plus, Ashley is in Paris, and that's where fake Alan is, and I feel like there's a chance she's going to be pulled into this danger. We know that Eileen Davidson has been back filming and is returning onto the scene soon, so it feels like both the Abbott sisters, Ashley and Traci, may be caught in this web of evil. Martin, assuming that's who he is, it's got to be him unless Alan has suffered some kind of mental break. And I do suspect Sally is going to challenge Billy on his revenge plans against Victor. He's clearly been fibbing to her while being more open with Phyllis, and that sounds like something Sally definitely needs to push back about.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.